Water. It covers 71% of the Earth's surface. Surfing on water is my favorite thing to do in the world, and I can't think of a better way to spend my time while I'm alive. I've surfed oceans, lakes, rivers, bays, and even more unexpected bodies of water. 60% of the human body is made up of water, and without it, we would all die. But we live in a world that's completely where people throw trash into our oceans, rivers, and lakes without even thinking about the consequences. A lot of people still don't recycle, and big greedy corporations value wealth over health and the future of our planet. Where BP, US Steel, and more companies like them dump thousands of gallons of chemicals and waste into bodies of water that people used to call their home surf breaks. My greatest fear is that the generation after mine could live in a world that is so polluted they don't even get a chance to surf in half the places I have, or they don't even get a chance to surf at all. Taking on big corporations and trying to change federal laws for the better of our environment is like David versus Goliath, but we can't give up on the fight for the future of our world. Last fall, I unknowingly surfed in very polluted water on Lake Michigan. I chased a swell to the state of Indiana. I surfed all day at a location called Portage. Unbeknownst to me, the water was very polluted. I would later learn that the exact break I surfed was the epicenter of pollution on Lake Michigan. 2 days later, I got a message from the Surfrider Foundation informing me about the severity of the water pollution at that break. My heart dropped, instantly thinking I was about to die. Lucky for me, and other surfers, one session can't kill you. But in other people's cases, it can make you sick, give you a gnarly skin rash, ear infection, respiratory infection, or more. This video was created to raise awareness about the pollution along the shores of Lake Michigan and to help trigger a change in our future.
Hello.
Mitch.
Hi, Ben.
How you doing?
Donner.
I'm gonna make a video raising awareness about the BP pollution.
Yeah, we're involved in a legal action. It's focused entirely on U.S. Steel.
Okay.
It's one of a group of industries that sit on the south end, and they all contribute to the dirty water, no doubt about it. Yeah, U.S. Steel is what we're focused on in a legal action because they've already admitted their guilt in the release of this chemical called hexavalent chromium. What they did went way, way above and beyond kind of the normal day in, day out discharge of these other companies. This is a toxic bomb they've released.
A wastewater treatment system at the U.S. Steel plant malfunctioned on the morning of October 25, 2017, releasing 56.7 pounds of hexavalent chromium into Lake Michigan. Hexavalent chromium, also known as CR6, is a carcinogen, meaning that it causes cancers such as lung, nasal, and sinus. Direct effects can cause permanent damage to your eyes. It can irritate the nose, throat, and lungs. Prolonged exposure can damage mucous membranes and cause ulcers, wheezing, and shortness of breath. Prolonged skin contact can result in dermatitis and skin ulcers. So, this is really serious stuff. What I didn't even realize until right this moment when I'm reading this article and looking at my vlog is that this stuff was dumped in the water the morning that I was surfing. Pretty much right where we were surfing. So this is actually really scary stuff. So the Surfrider Foundation is looking for the chemical plants on Lake Michigan to change their ways, and they're looking for a solution.
What the legal action now is focused on is what's the penalty? What are they going to do to make this good? Are we going to reform their way of doing business? Are they going to clean up their act, improve their equipment? What we have now in the short term is this new administration that has sort of given the wink and a nod to the industry that we're going to let you guys kind of operate the way you want to. If something goes wrong, we'll have a handshake, give you a pat on the wrist, and send you on your way with a fine that is joke. It's all happening in Indiana.
Right there at Portage is the spot, right?
Portage is the center right now because...
Yeah, and that's where I surfed.
Yeah. How'd you feel after surfing that?
I felt fine because I had no idea. Thankfully, you didn't tell me till like a couple days later.
Yeah, that's good. It's playing Russian roulette, essentially. I've never surfed Portage because I'm spooked. It's another level worse than whiting. Whiting's pretty bad, and I've gotten some kind of skin irritation, I'll call it. Kind of resents hives. What happens at Portage is a whole nother level.
And that's a bummer because that's a great wave. That's some of the best Great Lake surfing I've ever done. So, all right, thanks, Mitch.
Later, Ben.
Alright, so the Surfrider Foundation is involved in legal action against one of the companies that's spilling chemicals and waste into the lake. But overall, there's multiple companies that are spilling pollution into Lake Michigan where people surf. And one of the spots that I surf, Portage, is what he referred to as the epicenter, the most polluted spot on the lake. Gnarly skin rashes, ear infections, throat infections, urinary tract infections. And this is somewhere that people surf every day of their lives. My fear would be that the pollution just continues to get worse as time goes on, and that our future generations won't even be able to experience the waves of Lake Michigan, which would be a horrible thing. So So over the past couple years of lake pollution, there has been countless urinary tract infection, kidney issues, eye and ear infections, and a lot of people getting rashes. One of the most serious things that happened was a guy named Peter Matuszek spent an entire week in the hospital after a urinary tract infection turned into a kidney infection. So he spent the week in the hospital, and then it took him 3 months to fully recover so that he was able to surf again. So Peter is back in the water, but imagine going and surfing your local beach and you come home, get an infection, and you have to be out of the water for 3 months just because some irresponsible corporations want to dump waste at your beach. So as you guys know, I spoke to Mitch McNeil, the chapter leader in the Chicago chapter of the Surfrider Foundation, and Mitch was actually recently honored on the Surfrider website. He got the Chapter Leadership Award for going at U.S. Steel for what they're doing to Lake Michigan, his home break. I spoke to Mitch, and Mitch told me that the best thing that we can do to help out is to volunteer time to cleaning up the beaches and the lakes, and really just getting involved on the local level, because a lot of things are happening on the biggest level of government and federal law with all this stuff, but getting involved on the local level and helping out can actually make a huge difference. So I'm going to end this video by leaving the Surfrider Chicago website. If you live in the region, you could visit it and maybe help out and volunteer. Other than that, if you live anywhere else in the world, there is stuff like this happening around the entire country and the entire world, and we can all help out. We can all donate, we can all volunteer, and we can help to try to keep our water clean and safe for future generations to enjoy the same waves that we've been able to enjoy our whole lives. So once again, I want to say thanks to Mitch McNeil, Mike Killian, and Clay Hatch for providing me with information and photos and links. Nub Nation, the way that you guys can help out is to share this video. The world needs to know about U.S. Steel dumping into Lake Michigan. So please comment, like this video, share it on all social media, try to get get it out there as much as possible because the world needs to know about this stuff happening. And I feel like as much press as this has gotten, it really is being overlooked. So I want the world to know about it. So if we can get this video just blasted out there, I would really appreciate it. And once again, thank you everyone for everything. NUB Nation is stronger than ever, and we are changing the world. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow for the dream.